cameras right. I think we're okay. Apologies for the brief break, but we're back. After Everton 1, Arsenal 1. That was, I guess, to be expected. I think we all predicted similar, didn't we, before kick-off? Everton to pick up a point against a weakened Arsenal team. Really surprising that Arsenal took that approach with a weakened side. I mean, I know they've got Real Madrid coming up in the Champions League on Tuesday, but I'm still not entirely sure that was the right approach from Mikel Arteta. I think he was better off killing the game early, maybe starting Saka, maybe starting Odegaard and Timber, and really going for it. And Martinelli, starting for from the off and getting them to close the game out maybe after 45, 60 minutes and then taking them off would have been much better than going level at level early in the second half after the penalty incident and then having to bring them on and it just being a bit of a scrap for Arsenal, and they never quite got it together in the end. So it's a really, really big point lost, I guess, from Arsenal's point of view. That you'd have to say the league title looks done and dusted now. I think if they'd have got a win there and then come to Anfield and won later in the season, they could have really closed that gap. I still think it was on for Arsenal. I really do, because having watched Liverpool recently, we've not been all that impressive, and we are stumbling over the line here. And if Arsenal could have got a run together and won out until the end of the season, I actually think they really could have ran us close and maybe even pinched it. But Arteta's made his decision. Arteta has made his decision to prioritise the Champions League, and I don't think that's going to end all that well for them either. I think Real Madrid are going to take that one. So, look, it's going to be a really, really big game, this one. We're focusing on Ipswich and Wolverhampton Wanderers today. It's a big 6-pointer. That was the game that was chosen by you. I put it to the chat before we was deciding which game we should be focusing on at the 3 o'clock kickoffs. Should it be Ipswich and Wolves? Big 6-pointer. Should it be West Ham and Bournemouth? Bournemouth not having a great run of it in the last few weeks, but potentially could they get back into the European places? And Palace against Brighton. Palace playing so well recently, into the cup semi-finals. Potentially could do the double. It's the South Coast derby, isn't it? And, Brighton, they're so close to those Champions League places. If they can get a win at Selhurst Park, it could put them right back in contention. So, all big games this afternoon. All big games. We'll keep an eye on all the others as well. But we are going to stick with Ipswich and Wolves, and I am mega looking forward to it, because I do think this is going to be the best game of the three. Ipswich have to win. No questions. Ipswich have to win. It's undeniable. A win here for Ipswich takes them to 6 points behind Wolves with 7 games to go, And I think a win here could do an awful lot for Ipswich, and it could just plant a seed of doubt in Wolves' mind. I don't think that will happen, by the way. But by the way, Southampton will be relegated. It's been confirmed. Southampton will definitely be relegated if Wolves beat Ipswich today and they lose at Spurs tomorrow. If that happens, Southampton will be officially relegated with 7 games to go. And they need 2 more points to not be the worst Premier League side ever, beating that Derby side from the late 2000s. But let me know in the chat. I'm just catching up with the chat now, actually. Let me know in the chat what you're thinking for this one. Guard of Honour from Arsenal, can't wait. I know, Phil, I'm looking forward to that. It'll be a little bit in back. Do you know what we should do? We should just walk on and then all spin round and sit down. Sit down like Miles Lewis-Skelly, or go like that like Odegaard. Just take some cameras, take some pictures as we're walking out. We don't need to do that. Do we? Liverpool, we don't lower ourselves to such nonsense. Trying to wind people up when you've won absolutely, you haven't won a bean for years. If Ipswich win, then I think the battle is back on. I think you're right, Arthur. I do. I think you're right. I think if Ipswich were to get a win here, it could give him a bit of a springboard to go and close the gap on Wolves. Again, they've got some tough games, as have Wolves, between now and the end of the season. Let's just have a little look at that, actually. Let's have a look at the fixture list of these two teams as we go into the final run-in. A part of me wants Wolves to stay up, so I'm supporting Wolves here. No bad thing. I actually think Wolves probably get something in this game. I don't know if they'll win it, but they'll get something. I've not started my clock again. Hang on. Why's my clock not started? Oh, that's why. Right, the game is underway. And we're all levelled up there with the clock. Right. So, in terms of the Premier League, we have Ipswich fixtures between now and the end of the season. They have Wolves today. They then go away to Chelsea. Tough. They then play Arsenal here at Portman Road, and it might be an Arsenal side that, I mean, Arsenal might be through in the Champions League. They might be out in the Champions League. They might have nothing left to play for. Arsenal put an awful lot on a weakened side beating Everton today. And they've now, I feel like they've shot themselves in the foot, and they've basically said, yeah, it's Champions League or bust for us now. I can't believe Mikel Arteta did that. I still can't believe it. So they've got Wolves at home. Crystal Palace 1, Brighton 0 in the first 22 minutes. Sorry, in the first 2 minutes. Crystal Palace have gone 1-0 up. Oh, let's have a look at it. Let's watch it. Let's see what's going on. Crystal Palace and Brighton. Who is it who scores? Is it Jean-Philippe Mateta? It is. It's Jean-Philippe Mateta. Let's have a look at it. It's just come up. Palace play it into feet. Oh, that's a wonderful goal. It's a ball into feet from out wide. He takes it on the run, on the spin at the edge of the area and smashes it into the top corner. Oh, it's a fabulous finish. He's so underrated, Jean-Philippe Mateta. Eze with the passing. Unsurprising, it's those two that link up. Eze with the passing. Jean-Philippe Mateta with the shot. Oh, that was fantastic. And Palace are 1-0 up. That's a blow to Brighton early doors. And there you go. There you go. We've already seen a goal in the Premier League. But coming back to this one, Ipswich Ipswich, you've got a chance. Cleared away by Wolves. It started so well these 3 o'clocks. I knew it would be a good day. So last fixtures. Coming back to what we were saying, the fixtures that they've got left in the season: Wolves today, Chelsea away, Arsenal at home. Ipswich then go to Newcastle, St James's Park, tough one. They then go to Goodison, again, tough one. And then they finish the season home to Brentford, away to Leicester, home to West Ham. If they've got a chance of staying up going into those last 3, they could do something. Oh, Wolves have pounced here. Wolves on the counter-attack. They've got 2-on-1. Ipswich have done well to get back. Ipswich have done very well to get back, and they've crowded them out and won it back. Well done. That was poor on the counter-attack from Wolves. They needed a little bit more decisiveness there, a bit more pace. And looking at Wolves' fixtures between now and the end of the season, they've got, after Ipswich today, they've got Tottenham at Molineux. They then go to Old Trafford. Leicester at home. They go to the Etihad. Then they've got Brighton at Molineux, Palace away, and they finish the season at home to Brentford. So you'd probably say that Wolves have got the easier of the 2 sets of fixtures there, haven't you? Not that that is ever how football works out. Football is never ever based on paper and it looks like this and blah blah blah. But yeah, It's a tough ask. We know it's a tough ask for Ipswich, don't we? We know it's a tough ask. If Wolves go down, Cunha, Gomez will leave, I reckon. I think Cunha's leaving no matter what, mate. I'm not sure about Gomez, but Cunha's definitely leaving. Cunha, Ait-Nouri, Sarr, Doyle and Gomez leave if Wolves go down. Hotspur Army, Arsenal, Bottle Job FC. I think you're right. Ipswich could stay up, starting with a win against Arsenal. Maybe so. Spurs were getting all the relegation-threatened teams. Right, Wolves on the counter-attack here. Chance from the edge of the area. Opens it up. Oh, just over the bar. I think it was it Bellegarde? Yeah, Bellegarde, just over the bar. Opened his body up well, pulls it back onto his left hand, his left foot. Opens his body up and just over the bar. Unlucky. Really unlucky, that. We are linked with João Gomez, to be fair. Sorry, I'm just double checking the audio on here because I had a fan going because it's a little bit toasty in this room. So I had a fan going and I didn't know if you could hear it. Now you can't because I've just turned it off. But it was a little bit noisy. Caleb, hopefully Ipswich stay up. I've not got a massive amount of faith in Ipswich staying up. I've got to be honest with you. I think Ipswich have to win here. They have to approach this game like it's a must win. And I'll be honest, it's a little bit flat. Opening 7 minutes here, it's a little bit flat. I'm a little bit disappointed. Leicester and Southampton are defo already doomed. Yeah, Leicester and Southampton have looked doomed from day dot, to be honest. I mean, Southampton going down as potentially the worst ever Premier League side is... I mean, I never thought I'd ever see a team as bad as that Derby County side. They were bar hard with Robbie Savage in midfield. But yeah, I mean, Southampton have been really poor. Leicester, I can't understand the Leicester thing because, again, I've said this for months. It feels like I've been saying the same thing, banging the same drum with Ruud van Nistelrooy. I don't understand why he's still Leicester manager. This is a guy who's lost... What's the run? Let's have a look. Let me have a little look at the actual run that they've been on as a Leicester City. They have had the most unbelievable bad run of form. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. In the last 15 Premier League games, Leicester City have won 1 and lost 14. How is that acceptable? How can you go... That's nearly half a season. How can you go nearly half a season with 1 win? In fact, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. 2 wins in their last 22 games. 2 wins. 19 defeats, 1 draw. You can't keep a manager who's doing that. I just don't understand how they would ever... I mean, look, even if it's not Ruud van Nistelrooy's fault, even if you're sitting there saying, yeah, but he's had a bad turn, or, you know, he's not been backed, or he inherited a bad squad, or whatever. Like, he's not shown any improvement. The players are not... there's no extra application from the players. He's not changed the setup or the strategy. You know, it doesn't look like there's any real shape or cohesion to the way the defence works. They're not higher up the pitch. They just take far too many chances. They haven't got the quality, and that's all fine. But are Leicester's 11 that they put on the pitch any massively worse than, you know, a lot of other Premier League sides? Like, I think they've got some half-decent players. Wolves are in here. Oh, it's a good save. Good save by Palmer. Who was it on the right-hand side there? Who's just come in from Wolves. I don't know who it was. Let's just have a little look back here. It was good play by Wolves. And it's... Is it Larson? Nah, it's not Larson, is it? I don't know who it was, but anyway, Wolves have just... It was Larson. It was Larson. It did look like him. Wolves have got a corner here. Wolves broke down the right-hand side. They got into the box. Shot down to the near post, and Palmer's just pushed it wide for a corner. Corner comes in. Bellegarde. Oh, over the bar. Another corner. Tipped over the bar. It wasn't Bellegarde. It was Totti. Headed it straight into the floor. It was kind of dipping under the crossbar, and the keeper tips it over the bar. RB Leipzig 2, if anyone's bothered. RB Leipzig 2, Hoffenheim 1, and Hoffenheim are down to 10 men. Stuttgart are 2-0 up away to Bochum. Dortmund are 1-0 up away at Freiburg. Stockport are 1-0 up away at Exeter. Barnsley have had a man sent off inside the opening 10 minutes at Birmingham. Wolves with the shot. It's another corner. That's 3 corners in succession for Wolves. Real Madrid are about to kick off against Valencia. Now, have Real Madrid rotated their team, I wonder? Interesting. They've gone with a 19-year-old goalkeeper on the bench, funnily enough. Other than that, the team's pretty much as you'd expect. Mbappe, Vinny, Bellingham, Valverde, Modric, Rudiger, Tchouaméni, Vasquez, Diaz, they all start. But they've gone with 19-year-old Ferran in goal. Obviously, Courtois still out. Lunin is on the bench. So I'd imagine it's Lunin who will start in midweek. And Fran, the 19-year-old goalkeeper who... I don't think he's actually played for Real Madrid this season. Has he made any appearances for Real Madrid? Just have a quick look. No, this is his debut. Real Madrid have got a 19-year-old goalkeeper in net. They obviously will start Lunin in midweek against Arsenal, but maybe there's a slight worry over him, and that's why they've put the young lad in. So, interesting from Real Madrid ahead of that Arsenal game. Leicester haven't scored in 10 hours. Oh, goodness me, I know. Have to say, Sammy Smodic's out for Ipswich is a huge blow. He's a good player for them. I agree, Will. Yeah, Sammy Smodic's is one that, to be honest, I was looking forward to seeing a lot more of him in the Premier League. I actually think he's not played as much as I would have liked. I know he's had quite a few injuries, but they've been unlucky. They have been unlucky. Caleb, score predictions for United tomorrow if you had to put 5k on it. I think it's going to be a draw. I know that's the obvious sit on the fence thing, but no, it's not. Yeah, I'm going to go with City. I think City win. I think as much as I kind of want City to win as well, I'll always root for City in the derby. Even, maybe not when there was a title race on, but yeah, I think it's going to be a City win because United are playing really poor. They're really poor, and I know they did City in the derby earlier in the season, but I suspect this Manchester City side are just too good for them. So, yeah, I think it's going to be a City win tomorrow. Look at the players. He has arguably the worst 2 centre-backs in Prem history. That's excessive. Hotspur Army, what about Northampton? That's by hometown. Yeah, I've not checked Northampton. Let me have a look. I'll see how Northampton are getting on. Northampton are... Oh yeah, they're beating Posh. That's a great result for them if they can stick with that. They've just scored against Peterborough. Wrexham beat Burton 3-0. Reading beat Wickham 1-0. And do you know, I was going to back Wickham I was going to back Reading there as well. Tough one. Championship. Preston beating Stoke. Everything else is pretty much 0-0. From the earlier games, Burnley beating Coventry was a big one. Luton drawing with Leeds. And Sunderland winning away at West Brom. So Sunderland clawing back a little bit of a... They're clawing back that gap on Leeds. And Sheffield United could go top if they were to get a win this afternoon against Oxford. So, yeah, we'll keep an eye on that one. So, corner to Ipswich here. Ball into the box. Cleared away by Wolves. Ipswich are going to launch it back in, you would think. To the back stick. Oh, chance! 1-0, it's in! It's Delap again! It's Delap! Liam Delap stuck it in the back of the net for Ipswich. It's 1-0. Oh, that was a great bit of play. It was a long ball to the far post. I'm not sure who it is who's challenging at the back stick. There's a complaint from the Wolves players. I don't know if it's for an offside maybe, or... I have no idea what they're complaining about. Maybe a push in the middle. But it's a ball to the far stick, and it comes from deep. It comes from near the halfway line. It's a long, deep ball to the far post. Is he offside? He's not offside. And then he heads it back across the face of goal. He's not offside either. Tapping. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. 1-0 to Ipswich, and we was looking forward to a big game. It looks like we're going to get one. This could just put the cat amongst the pigeons. Tuanzebe with the ball to the far post, and yeah, headed back across. Liam Delap runs onto it. That's really, really good play that by Ipswich. It's not particularly pretty or cute, but it works. It's a side of Ipswich that we've maybe not seen a lot of this season. A bit more direct. Why are we checking this? Why is there a VAR on this? Possible offside. Who is offside? There's not. There's two Wolves players in front of him. There's two Wolves players clearly in front of him. Who's offside? Right, this is the most bizarre check I have ever seen in my life. He is at least 2 foot onside. There's daylight. Why is there a check needed here? I mean, if there is like a check required, fine, like check it for something else, but not offside. And it should be within seconds that we know that's a goal. If he gives this goal now and it's just a straightforward goal, then this is a total waste of time. We've had 2 minutes, nearly, since the goal went in. 2 minutes since the goal went in, and Ipswich fans still don't know if they're allowed to cheer. Ruining football, this. The ref's getting some information here. Goal! What a surprise! Unbelievable. It's absolutely baffling. I'll never ever understand it. I will never ever understand it. Arthur, who wins the FA Cup? I say Forest. They beat Palace in the final. I'm supporting Palace. I hope Palace win it. Yeah, I'd like Palace to win it, and then if not Palace, I'd quite like maybe Villa, and then maybe Forest, but not City. I'd like anyone other than City to win it, to be honest, but ideally Palace. Arthur, Coventry have had a hard run of fixtures. They have, yeah. They've still got an outside chance of the playoffs, though. They have got an outside chance. Delap has been linked to Man United, and it's very likely, according to Goldbridge, numerous sources. And guys, can't base it on what Goldbridge says. Goldbridge doesn't admit to knowing anything in particular, other than commenting on rumours. You know, I wouldn't expect you to say, "Oh yeah, listen to Premier League Dad the other day. He said that He said that Liverpool were about to sign Messi on a free. It's just listening to rumours and re-reporting it. It's ruining the game. It is, Arthur, isn't it? Honestly, I don't understand at all how that was needed. That was a 2.5 minute check for Ipswich to be confirmed a goal that we could all see quite plainly was miles onside. It was a baffling decision to go to the fourth official and the VAR official and listen to that. Or to delay it for that long. Cameron, that was a nice play, to be honest. It was a nice play, wasn't it? I thought that was really good. I thought that was better from Ipswich. You know, a bit more direct. Again, like I said, we haven't seen that from them this season. Feels like Ipswich do a lot of what my dad would call kind of fannying around with it, just messing about. Just a lot of pass around the edge of the area. You know, go direct if you need to. Mix it up. Ball into the box. It's a chance. Wolves off the line. I tell you what, Wolves very nearly equalised there. Wolves very nearly equalised. It was a great corner kick, actually. There's a bit of a kerfuffle around the penalty area. Looks like maybe Agbadou gets dragged down, and then it's cleared away off the line. It's scrappy. It's a very scrappy one, but it goes back out for another Wolves corner. This must be about 10 corners Wolves have had in the first 20 minutes. Ball into the box, claimed by the keeper. Cameron, we almost equalised. I assume you're a Wolves fan, Cameron. Are you talking about that moment there where they've just nearly scored? Yeah, I still think Wolves will get something for this. I really do. Caleb, is Haaland out tomorrow? Yes, I think Haaland's out for a number of weeks and months, isn't he? I think he's out for a while. Maybe not a month, but I'm sure he's out for a little bit. Do you think it'll be a close game though, the United one? Yeah, I mean it's a derby, isn't it? They're always a little bit close. But something tells me I just think United haven't got enough going forward to hurt City. And I really liked Nico O'Reilly the other day. I think Marmoush has got a lot of ability. I think they've got enough quality in that City sort of final third that they'll score at least one past United, and I can't say the same about United at the other end. So that's my concern. Is I just think that City will probably they'll have at least enough to score one. I'm not sure United will. So I think it'll be tight. I think it might be a low scoring one again, probably 1-0, maybe 2-0 at a push. Ewan, depends how Bruno plays. Well, I mean, look, there's United fans themselves saying that Bruno is probably not all he's cracked up to be, and you know, if there's an opportunity to sell him and make some cash this summer, there's a number of Man United fans who'd accept that. I'm sure there's a number of Man United fans who wouldn't, but obviously there's rumours linking him to Madrid and various other places. Free kick from Wolves, it was whipped in, it goes straight through and out to the side netting. Yeah, so I guess I do. I know what you mean in terms of Bruno. If he plays and he plays well, he can always make a big difference, but I don't think he's that influential that he can beat City on his own. In fact, he's probably far more likely to do what we've seen from him in previous derbies where he's got sent off or lashed out, or I can't remember him ever having too many good games in a Merseyside derby, in a Manchester derby, or even against Liverpool. Bruno, he does tend to perform well, doesn't he, in the stat padding games, which is what Ricky from United Stand was talking about. Was that something like Bruno Fernandes has got something like 36 goals and assists in his last 50 games for United, or something like that, isn't it? It's something like that. He's done really, really well over his last 50 games. But if you actually look in all competitions, like 19 or 20 of them have come against sides either in the bottom three or in the lower divisions. He got 3 against Barnsley, I think, in the Cup. And he got some in the Cup against Victoria Plitzen and some against Bodo Glimt. They're not teams that necessarily you look at and go, wow, he's performing on the big occasion. Yeah, I don't think he's as good as people make out, but on his day he's unplayable. I'd agree with that, Ewan. Yeah, I would agree with that. He is a very good player, and as a Liverpool fan, I would rather have Bruno in my team than, say, Odegaard. So he's a very good number 10, but I think he has to be in the right system. And in the right system, I think he could be a top player. But he's probably unfortunate to join Man United at the time that he has. Arthur, what do you think the top 4 derbies are? Well, the Merseyside derby has the most red cards. So I've always enjoyed the Merseyside derby because there's always been an element of unpredictability to it. Even when Liverpool have been at their very, very best, Everton have always, we've got a pretty poor record at Goodison Park. Given how good we've been over the years and how poor Everton have been, we've not got a great record at Goodison Park. Equally, they've got a horrendous record at Anfield. But it's always a really good game. There's always lots of, ferocious tackles, as we saw in midweek. Possible red cards, as we should have saw in midweek. Lots of late goals as well in the derby. Tarkowski earlier this season. Sadio Mane. Virgil van Dijk. Divock Origi. Phil Jagielka. Dirk Kuyt. Oh, we've had loads. We've had absolutely loads of late McAllister. Yeah, absolutely loads of late winners and late equalisers and all that sort of stuff against Everton. It's, for me, I think the Merseyside derby, I'm biased, but I think the Merseyside derby is the better derby in English football. Manchester derby's very, very good recently because it's been between two top teams when United have been better than they have been. Maybe 10 years ago it was better. North London derby's got its history as well. If we're talking just in football generally, I'm not sure. Maybe it depends what you mean, because I've been lucky enough to go to Porto and Benfica is mad. Some of the I've never been to a Galatasaray Fenerbahce game, but I'm led to believe, I've been to Turkish football games, I'm led to believe they are particularly mental as well. So, that was a bad fall from Delap. Doherty just leant into him. I don't know what you're putting your hands on your head for, mate. You knew what you were doing. He did the Harry Kane thing then, where the ball's coming down, Delap jumps up, and Doherty does that kind of looks at him and just leans in. It's naughty, that. It's not nice, that. Caleb, Bruno is better than Szoboszlai, I think. Yeah, I think that's probably fair. I mean, it's different, that. It's difficult to say because Szoboszlai does a different job to Bruno. Szoboszlai, I think it's probably fair to say Bruno couldn't do what Szoboszlai does for Liverpool, and Szoboszlai maybe couldn't do what Bruno does for United. They play in two completely different ways. Szoboszlai is probably closer to what Wijnaldum does for us. He should play more further forward and he should get more goals and more assists, and I think Slot does want that for him. Chance for Ipswich, all the way through for a throw-in. Yeah, so I think Szoboszlai and Bruno's probably not the right comparison. Liverpool don't really play with a number 10. We haven't played with a number 10 since maybe Coutinho. And I think Coutinho's a lot better than Bruno Fernandes. A lot better. Coutinho's one of the best players I've seen for Liverpool. Because Everton actually turn up like how United do against us. Everton do turn up, don't they, in the derbies, yeah? Can't remember too many. We've stuffed them, 3 or 4-0 a few times. But for the most part, it's always a very tight, close game. Oh, Real Madrid 0, Valencia 1. Mukhtar Diakabi off a corner. And Vinicius Junior's missed a penalty. So Arsenal fans will be getting very excited that it's not started all that well for Real Madrid in Spain. Cruyff Crystal Palace 1, Brighton 1. I feel like we might be watching the wrong game here, folks. Just seen the notification come up. I'm sure the game will actually come on in a minute. Oh, here we go. Here's the goal. Not sure who it was, actually. Ball into the far post. Oh, that's a wonderful cross and a wonderful goal. It's Danny Welbeck. That's a really good goal from Brighton. Who was it who put that cross in? Who was it who put that cross in? Whoever it was, that was world class, that cross. Put it on an absolute dime for him. Was it a Dingra? Looks like it might be a Dingra. Oh, it's Minter. That's who I was on about earlier. Yankuba Minter. Fabulous ball in. When you see this goal back, it's a really, really good one. Yankuba Minter with a fabulous ball in. Danny Welbeck runs in, just has to get a touch on it. And he gets in. It's 1-1. Crystal Palace 1, Brighton and Hove Albion 1. North London derby isn't good anymore. It's the same story. Gunners go up 3-0. We try and make a comeback. Yeah, I mean, Spurs have probably been a little bit disappointing in the last few years in the North London derby. But I think it's just Spurs have been pretty disappointing in general, haven't they? Birmingham 1, Barnsley 0. Oh, Banica Strava are beating Sparta Prague. That's not a good start. Wolves aren't really laying themselves, not really putting much of an emphasis on getting the ball forward quickly. It seems like they're taking the time, to be honest. It's disappointing. Again, if you look at this as a 6-pointer for Ipswich, you'd have to look at it as a 6-pointer for Wolves, because a win and it pretty much secures safety for them. Even a point is probably enough. A point is probably good enough for Wolves here. So maybe they won't panic too much, even though it's only 1-0. They won't panic too much, because you could always back Wolves to get back into the game. That's a foul. He's not giving. It's a throw into Ipswich. What do you think to the Villa Forest game at 5:30? I'm looking forward to it. That's all I can say. I'm looking forward to it, mate. I think the Forest game could be make or break, that one for Villa. Maybe in the same way it is for Ipswich and Wolves here, because Villa obviously got their Champions League ties coming up with PSG. They'll quite rightly put a little bit of focus on that. I know they'll probably expecting to go out in that one, but they've got a chance. It's knockout. You can always go through. But yeah, I can't look past a draw And I know that's the obvious thing, you know, sitting on the fence. But again, Aston Villa have been so good recently. Is it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 8 wins in the last 9 games for Villa. And Forest are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 5 wins in the last 6. So 5 wins in the last 6 for Forest. 7 wins in the last 8 for Villa. 5 wins in the last 6 for Forest. So both are absolutely flying. So you'd have to say a defeat for either would be a massive shock. Ergo, a draw is probably the right result. And that's probably what we'll see. Birmingham won, Barnsley won. Real Madrid won, Valencia won. Didn't last long, that lead for Valencia. Bournemouth and West Ham still 0-0. Oh my goodness me! Oh, Jesus Christ! Oh, excuse my language. Palmer has just had an absolute nightmare. The ball got rolled back to him and Palmer let it roll under his foot. Oh my goodness me. It was like, if you remember Peter Enkelman for Birmingham, exactly the same thing happened. It's not... What's the crack here? Has he given a free kick in the box? I think he might have given a direct free kick on the line here. I think he has, yeah. He's given a direct free kick on the line. In the penalty area, basically. So Wolves are going to have to roll this back and then smash it. It's as close to a penalty as they're going to get, but the players are going to just put... Ipswich are probably going to put 9 or 10 players on the line. This is a really odd thing you don't tend to see an awful lot of in the Premier League. Real Madrid's equaliser has been ruled out for offside. It was a pass back. It was a simple pass back for Ipswich's goalkeeper to take. And Alex Palmer, who, by the way, I have given massive amounts of praise to, he tries to put his foot on it and it just rolls underneath his foot. And it's going in. It's going in. And he has to dive back and swipe it away. Oh, that is terrifying. Absolutely terrifying. And Ipswich have just about managed to stay in front, but they've got to now defend a free kick, which is, it's not on the line, it's on the, I think the referee can't give it on the line because of where it is, but ultimately the goalkeeper has touched with his hands a back pass. So it's a free kick to Wolves on the edge of the 6-yard box. Ipswich have got maybe 9 players, including the goalkeeper, on the line. They are stood on the line trying to block the goal. And Wolves are just going to tap this to one side and smash it. Chance here. This is really big. And the keeper's been carded. The keeper has been carded here. The keeper has been carded. This is massive. Oh, it's a good block. And it's a corner to Wolves. And Bournemouth have gone 1-0 up as well. Bournemouth against West Ham. Tell you what, was there a hint of handball there? Well, evidently not. But, yeah, Bournemouth have gone 1-0 up against West Ham. I think it was Evan Nielsen. They're just checking it for offside. Let's have a little look and see. Doesn't look like it. Nah, there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. It's a cross in from the right-hand side. It is a bit more snug. It's not quite as bad as the Ipswich and Wolves one. But it's a cross in from the right-hand side of the penalty area. He's not offside there. He's not offside. That's madness. To even think that that's offside would be baffling. But they're checking it. It's a long, long check. It's a very long check. Cameron, that was a SAR level schoolboy error. Yeah, you're no kidding. No kidding, mate. It was a really, really odd one from the goalkeeper. It was a simple pass back. All he had to do was put his foot on it and clear it up the pitch. And it rolls under his foot. They're still checking this one. They're still checking it. He's onside. There you go. We thought he was. It was a cross from the right-hand side. The keeper spills it. And it's a tap. Oh, it's a shocker. It's an absolute shocker from the West Ham keeper. This is maybe a day of goalkeeper shockers, by the way, because yeah, it's a goal. It's been given for Bournemouth, but it's a shocker from the West Ham keeper. Make absolutely no mistake about it. And Ipswich are on the counter attack here, and Wolves clear it away. Yeah, it's an odd performance from goalkeepers today we've had. Tommy, Ipswich are winning against Wolves. I know that's what we're watching, mate. Ipswich against Wolves. They're playing really well, actually. Ipswich, I mean, Wolves not... Apart from there's been a lapse in concentration at the back where Ipswich passed the ball back to the keeper. He tried to put his foot on it and it rolled under his foot and nearly crossed the line. So apart from that one error, Ipswich have done all right. I would say Ipswich have been the better team overall, and they're fully deserving of the lead. Here's Wolves' chance. Ooh, unlucky. Just gone straight through to Palmer. Arthur's back. Good to have you back, mate. Thanks for the likes, by the way, everyone. Thanks for the shares. I appreciate it. Just realised we've lost to two out of the three teams in the relegation zone. Oh yeah, Ipswich and Leicester. Goodness me, yeah, you're making a hat trick tomorrow. Making a hat trick tomorrow, Arthur. Luke, praying we get a comeback. Wolves. The thing is, Luke, I think you probably only need a draw. I really do. I think you'd only need a draw. A draw for Wolves here keeps you up, and it probably sends Ipswich down, unless City get the book thrown at them. And I think that's the thing that Leicester, you know, if you're Leicester City and you're a Leicester City fan, you're probably looking at it and going, all we really need to do is finish above Ipswich, because chances are, if Manchester City are relegated or they face massive charges and are found guilty, then Leicester will either be kept up or Ipswich will be kept up. Or if they're not, and the Premier League decide to relegate them anyway, then they'll have a case, won't they, against Manchester City, a civil case, which you can claim millions in lost revenue and all sorts. So, yeah, these things are really delicate, and the lawyers will love it either way. But if City are found guilty, then whoever finishes third from bottom could get a reprieve. And that'll be in Ipswich's mind, it'll be in City's mind, in Leicester's mind, sorry. But as far as today goes, this is still a 6-pointer. If Wolves can somehow get a point in this one, then yeah, I think it's as good as sealed that those are the three teams that are going down. There's not an awful lot going on. I'll be honest in this one. There's not an awful lot going on. It's just a lot of passing around the back. Absolutely last-minute goal from Larsson. Yep, Larsson loves a last-minute goal, doesn't he? He's bagged a few this season. But there's some interesting games still going on around the Premier League. I mean, West Ham losing currently at home to Bournemouth. That win for Bournemouth, by the way, takes them back to within 4 points of a Champions League place. 4 points, potentially, of a Champions League place. And when you consider that Bournemouth haven't won... Bournemouth have lost 1, 2, 3, 4... Bournemouth have lost 4 out of their last 5 Premier League games. They've picked up a point out of a possible 15. If Bournemouth had even just picked up 10 points, or 7 points, they would be comfortably in a Champions League spot by now. That's how good Bournemouth have been all season. It's such a shame they've just fallen away at the key moment. They threw it away against Tottenham. They threw it away against Bournemouth, against Brentford. They threw it away against Ipswich last week. I thought they were really poor against Wolves and against Brighton. So Bournemouth have got a really big opportunity to try and get the season back on track. Same with Brighton, really. You know, if Brighton are to get a result against Crystal Palace, then again, you know, Brighton could go level on points with Newcastle, a point behind City, 2 points behind Chelsea, albeit they'll have played a game more. Yeah, it's a big day for it. But listen, there's another opportunity there later this afternoon. If Forest could get a win, they'd only be 2 points behind Arsenal in the league. Could Forest finish second? Could Arsenal finish third in a 2-horse race? How mad would that be? How mad would that be if someone had told you at the start of the season? Again, we don't know if this is going to happen, but if someone had said to you at the start of the season that a team is going to finish above Arsenal and Manchester City and not win the league, you'd have laughed at them. You'd have been like, what? A team other than Manchester City and Arsenal is going to finish at least second. That's baffling. But you'd have thought, what an amazing Premier League season, right? You'd have thought that's incredible. And you'd have also said, okay, well, where's Man United finished? You know, last season's FA Cup winners. You know, are they the one who kick on? No, under Ten Hag, did they kick on? Nope. Nope, they're bottom half. Oh, what about Spurs then? You know, Ange Postecoglou. You know, he always wins something in his second year. Did they kick on? Nope, bottom half. Like, this is why it baffles me when people are like, yeah, it's such a rubbish season, this, mate. Such an awful season. You're taking the mick. It's probably the best season we've seen in years. TN, do you show the video or just speak about it? You can't show the video, mate. It's half time. It's half time, and yeah, it's Ipswich 1, Wolves 0. I wish I could show the video. I'd get a lot more views, I imagine. But no, I can't show the video. There have hardly been any 0-0s. I know, that's it. I don't understand how people are sat there saying it's anything other than a wicked season. It's been really good, I think. I think the style of play leaves a lot to be desired, but I don't think that's anything to do with the quality of the season. It's maybe just the quality of the style of football. And Pep Guardiola's got a lot to answer for in that regard, hasn't he? But we're 0-0. We're 0-0 half-time. Let me know what you're thinking. I'm just going to have a quick check on the old Grand National, by the way, because the Grand National kicks off. What time's the Grand National start? I'm going to have a little look and see. 8 minutes. Kicks off in 8 minutes. Right, go on. I'll try one. Why not? We'll give it a whirl. I am gonna back. Right, well, I am Maximus. Why not? We'll back I am Maximus, and we'll see how he gets on. Let me know in the chat if anyone else has backed any horses, any good ones I should be aware of. Tell you what, I'll place a bet. Who should I bet on? This is it, mate. I don't know. I've just had a look at I Am Maximus. He's the one that I've put a fiver on. I've put a cheeky fiver on that one. I'm tempted to do. See, the thing is, when I've backed in the National in the past, it's always been don't back to finish. Don't back to win. If you back to win, there's always a curveball in the National. Nearly always, anyway. You're much better off doing, like, predicting a couple to finish in the top 10 or the top 8. You know, pick 2 horses to finish in the top 10 and see how you get on. Rachel Blackmore is riding Minella Indo. Now, that horse is old as hell, but she's a very good jockey. So I'm tempted to back that one, even though that's probably throwing my money away. But go on, we'll give it a whirl. I'll back it to finish in the top 10. And I'll back... who should we do? Vanilla. I like Vanilla. Go on, we'll back Vanilla. And we'll back... Something tells me Meeting of the Waters, but I'm going to stay away from that. No, I'm just going to do them. Right, let's see. It's honestly, it's madness. Absolute madness. You can't pick a horse for the National. I have no knowledge of it. No, neither do I. But you know what? It's the one race a year, Arthur, where people just pick it based on the name of the horse. And, like, absolute nobody, people who know nothing at all about racing just go, oh yeah, he sounds like a good horse. Yeah, go on, we'll back them. And, yeah. I remember, I can't remember what horse it was, about 180 to 1. It was something stupid like that. It was a massive outsider. And there was a lad who I worked with that put a tenner on it just because he liked the name, and he won something like whatever it was, over $1,000 anyway, just on that horse. It was madness. I was like, did you not even back each way? And he was like, no, I just put it on to win. Didn't know anything about horse racing. Oh, yeah, there you go. AFC Brad, hi mate, what team do you support? I'm a Liverpool fan, mate. Arthur, I've put a tenner on Iroko, 8 to 1. Don't even know who they are. Why not? 8 to 1's that's decent, outside chance. Always a good chance, an 8 to 1. Yeah, why not? But I'm going to stick with I Am Maximus. And we'll see. I'll keep you informed how it goes. I mean, it's kicking off. The race is in 4 minutes. I'm not going to watch it, but... Oh, Bournemouth hit the bar before they scored as well. It was Zabanyi. He's flying under the radar a little bit, you know. Like, all the praise for Bournemouth centre-backs throughout the season has been for Hyson. But Zabani's a very good centre-back, you know. Ukrainian centre-back. Very good player. Apparently, I am Maximus is favourite, 4-1 or something. Well, I've just got 6-1 on him. But I've got him to finish in the top 8 places. So as long as he finishes the race in 8th spot, I'll get like 30 quid back for a fiver. So I'm happy with that. But I'm not bothered. As long as I get something back, which is an odd way to look at betting, isn't it? Like, as long as I don't lose my stake, but I've had a bet on the national. But best case scenario, you know, you're not winning much. Unless you really are, like, if you back a real outsider. Yeah, I don't know how people make money on the national. Well, I do. They breed horses and they have betting shops. That's who makes the money on the national, isn't it? Let's be straight. The people who own the horses, the royalty, and the and the betting shops. Yeah, I just do because, well, why not? Yeah, it's the same thing with what's the race meet that everyone does? Cheltenham the other week. Oh, I know nothing about horses. Absolutely nothing about horses or horse racing. And my mate, he might be watching now, to be honest, but my mate, he does a little bit of horse racing, a little bit of dabbling in it, and he's like, oh yeah, you should do this. This is a great horse. Put this one on. I think he's given me maybe 2 tips over the years that I've won. And I've known this guy nearly 15 years. He's given me maybe 2 tips that I've won. But the rest have been dreadful. And he convinced me to spend, I don't know how much I wasted. I lost some money on Cheltenham. Not a lot, like, but enough that you'd be like, that's stupid. Why would I put that much money on something that I really don't know anything about? So yeah. Keep your money in your pocket is the short answer. Don't bet on things you know nothing about. And horse racing is a prime example of that. So I stay clear of horse racing now. I don't bet on it, even though I've just put money on the national. I stick to betting on football, which I get wrong probably just as much. They're just showing the earlier goals from the Everton and Arsenal game. Still can't believe that Pickford didn't save that, and then there wasn't even a shout from Arsenal fans that wasn't a penalty, or that it was outside the area. Madness. And we're about to kick off here in the second half. Manchester United v Manchester City on Peacock. And then Tottenham Hotspur v Southampton. Fulham v Liverpool. Peacock. Available in Spanish. Yeah, I'll be definitely here for Liverpool and Fulham tomorrow, by the way, if you're interested in watching the Liverpool-Fulham game with me. I'll be here for the Liverpool-Fulham game, and then obviously the Manchester derby straight after it at 4:30. So, I'm really looking forward to a good weekend of football. Callum, just done 45 minutes on the CrossFit. Nice. Do you know what? I should really get... I've actually got one. I've got one of them walking pads. I should get a walking pad and do this live while watching the footy on a walking pad. I could do that, couldn't I? Do you reckon that'd get... I don't know if I'd get more likes or views, but I'd get fit. I'd get a little bit healthier. People might get a bit annoyed by the noise, though. Do you know, the... just the sort of monotonous droning of the treadmill. Saying that, they get people stay and watch my monotonous droning, so hey, you never know. Daniel, do you believe it was a penalty to Everton? Absolutely, it was a penalty to Everton. It was 100% a foul. The foul was outside the area and it carried on into the penalty area. So again, letter of the law, it's a penalty. Miles Lewis-Skelly was dragging him down. It was definitely a penalty. Sunderland's goal. Wow, I haven't seen it, Kane. I haven't seen it. I hope City beat United, so then we go up to 13th. Is that assuming you beat Southampton, though? Callum, 8.71 distance. Nice. Good lad. Well done. I think I'm going to get a bike. I want to get a bike and go riding. I'd love to do that. I might adapt I've got a weight loss TikTok channel for anyone who's interested, but I've got a weight loss TikTok channel. I might adapt it into, going riding and with it, put my phone on the handlebars and just film. It wouldn't be a great look. But I could do a little chat, could do a little podcast while I was cycling, couldn't I? Or something like that. Talking rubbish about a particular subject. I don't know. We'll see. Free kick from the sideline, pretty much straight in over the keeper. Oh, like a Ronaldinho type against England, PSG. Oh, that was so close to being a horrendous own goal, that. He'd never live that down. Yeah, assuming we beat the Saints. I think you will. I think you'll beat Saints tomorrow. Yeah, I think you'll beat Saints. Right, we're just about to kick off for the second half here. Ipswich 1, Wolves 0. Chance for Ipswich. If they were to win, they'd go 6 points behind Wolves with a tough fixture list to come, admittedly. They've got Chelsea, they've got Arsenal. There's a tough fixture list to come. But if they get it right, they get a win here, they can see this through. There's an outside chance for them, isn't there? There is an outside chance for them. Certainly not throwing the towel in like Arsenal are anyway. They're certainly not resting players and thinking, well, we'll save these players. We don't want to burn them out. We'll save them for next season. Pfft. Absolute nonsense. Arsenal will go out in the Champions League and it'll all have been for nothing, that. Resting all them players against Everton. In fact, no one will say a peep about that. No one will say anything about that. I saw a post before from a popular Arsenal fan. I won't name who it is, but a popular Arsenal fan on social media said that, yeah, it was a good choice from Arteta. This is before kickoff, by the way. It was a good choice from Arteta to put that lineup in, that weakened lineup. Obviously, one eye on Real Madrid. It's the right thing to do, and we're prioritising the right competition. I don't understand how you can prioritise any competition at this stage of the season. There's still 8 games left, and you're in a Champions League tie against Real Madrid, by which you are no means certain of winning. In fact, you're overwhelming favourites, so to go out. So I just can't see how you would go, oh yeah, do you know what? We'll put all our eggs in that winning the Real Madrid game basket. That seems very silly to me. You would have been much better off trying to throw everything at Everton from the off, get the game won, take the players off, and then maybe rest them for Madrid if you're able to. Wolves FC, if we lose this, we will still stay up. Friendlies from now until August. I don't disagree with you, mate. I think even if you did lose this, you're still 6 points ahead with a much better goal difference, and the odds would certainly be in your favour. But we've seen it happen before, It only takes a few bad results, and Wolves could get dragged back into it very easily. And this is a door being opened moment if Ipswich get the win. The game is back underway. Southampton did get a point v Palace. I've switched Palace v Brighton on, so I'll update you if you want. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, keep us updated as we go along. To be honest, I've got the updates on here, so as goals are going in, they tend to come on in here fairly quickly. It's one of the best things about watching the US channels, because if you're watching Peacock or if you've got a subscription to the US channels, then they tend to show the goals as they go in the 3 o'clock games, which is great. But yeah, I expect this probably isn't going to be the best second half now, just in terms of the dynamic is probably going to switch to Ipswich defending very, very deep and Wolves putting a lot of pressure on. And yeah, it's going to be probably one-way traffic for the next 45 minutes. So we shall see. Let's see how Ipswich adapt. Let's see how Wolves adapt. Could Ipswich hurt them on the counter-attack? That might actually suit Ipswich, that Wolves are going to press so high. Right, who won the Grand National? Let's have a look. Is it underway yet? Is it still going? It's still going. Let's have a look. No, we're still going. I'll let you know who wins the National. I've got it on in front of me here, but I don't know which one my horse is. That's the problem. Oh, okay, right. Mine's in a stripy jumper. Stripy green and yellow jumper. Oh, there he is at the front. Oh, he's going all right, my mate here. He's going all right. Freiburg 0, Dortmund 4. I don't know how close we are to the end, but I Am Maximus is going very, very well here. I think this might be the end. The end at the end. Yeah, the bit at the end. I Am Maximus is looking close to winning it. No. No, he's finished second. He's finished second. Oh, there you go. So I don't know who finished first. Let's have a look. Oh, that was handball, sir. Right, well, we finished second. I had I Am Maximus, so we got a second place. That's all right. We've won a little bit of money back. Who was the winner? Who was it? Number 3? Wolves cleared away by Ipswich. I was going to say that there's still no announcements. I'm not listening to the commentary, so I've no idea yet who has actually won the Grand National. Right, we'll see. I'll find out. Kane, I was thinking of doing a podcast type thing and getting other fans on. Yeah, why not, mate? Go for it. Who won? Kuram, Bradford City winning 1-0. Nice. Anak Muda 86 2-0. You're lying. I'm just gonna have a quick check and see if I know who actually won. Grand National. I'll tell you who won. Nick Rocket. Whoever Nick Rocket is has won the Grand National. Nick Rocket was first. I Am Maximus was second. And Grange Clare West finished third. All horses trained by Willie Mullins. So, yeah, I think he's the big winner today. Whoever he is, Nick Rocket wins the Grand National Birmingham 2, Barnsley 1. Right, well, I don't know how much I've earned then. RB Leipzig 3, Hoffenheim 1. Where did mine come? I don't know, mate. I only know it came outside the top 3. But if you've backed each way, then you might still have won something. I don't know if you backed each way. Let's have a look. I'll tell you. I'll tell you what the final listing of them was. The Grand National, Aintree, 4 o'clock. Iroko finished 4th, mate. You finished 4th. Iroko finished 4th. You've smashed it. You've smashed it. If you backed each way, then you've won something. Because each way is usually 6 places on the National. So you've won something there. Well done, you. How mad's that? You just picked that horse out of nothing. There you go. You got a 4th place finish in the National. You've definitely got something back for your fiver or tenner or whatever you put on. Kurap, you came 4th as well. Did you back Iroko? Good lad. Good lad. Crystal Palace 2, Brighton 1. Oh, he definitely picked the wrong game. Oh, Kane's laughing. Kane's laughing on the other side of his face there. Because he said that was the game to watch. Crystal Palace against Brighton. Is it Munoz? It's Daniel Munoz. It's the guy I've been saying's been the best right back in the league all season. Daniel Munoz. I've been saying this, and people have been saying, yeah, don't talk out your backside, it's definitely not him. Wan-Bissaka's been well better. Wan-Bissaka clear. Daniel Munoz has been unbelievable for Palace this season. Wan-Bissaka is good too, but Daniel Munoz is exceptional. It's a ball down the left-hand side for Palace. Eze gets right at the Brighton fullback, cuts inside, slides it across to Munoz. Some finish. That's some finish for the fullback. Drills it right across. Oh, it's a deflection. It's a deflection. It's a deflection. It only slight, but it's enough. It takes it away from Verbruggen in goal. And it's Crystal Palace 2 and Brighton 1. I mean, that's a big goal. It's a very, very big goal. Actually, that could be the double for Crystal Palace over Brighton. And we're back to Wolves. Here we go. Wolves have got a chance. Oh, just wide. Just wide. Oh, goodness me. Wolves hit the post. Did they really? I haven't seen that yet, unless that's just coming up. Maybe it's... Ipswich just keep knocking it long. Wolves are always winning the second balls. It's all Wolves, to be honest. All Wolves. Right, let's see what I actually won on that Grand National then. What have I actually won? Oh, come on. Just when you want to track your bets, you can't get onto him. Right, here we go. So, I think I'm going to be cashing that one out because it ain't working very well. I've got Wolverhampton Wanderers and Yes in this game. Yeah, we'll cash that because it ain't coming in. I need a Wolves goal. I am desperate for a Wolves goal. Any sort of Wolves goal. And I am Maximus has paid out. So I got 34 quid. 34 quid for me fiver. for I am Maximus. That's not bad going, is it? Take that. Can reinvest that. We've got Benfica and Porto this weekend as well. Some big games across Europe. Oh, Ipswich chance. Cleared away by Wolves. Liam Delap. He's gone down. He's not getting a penalty for that. Agbadu did just hold him off well there, but it's a corner to Ipswich. Another corner. Long throw in from Ipswich on the right-hand side. Cleared away by Wolves. And back out to the taker. Puts a high ball into the box. Crap. Awful. It's just two very poor teams. That's what we're looking at here. It's two very poor teams contesting a very poor game. There's not an awful lot of quality on display. I mean, I've given Ipswich a lot of praise because they've put the ball in a few times into the box, quite direct, and just sent it long and high, and really tested that Wolves back line. And the few times they've done it, I mean, it created the goal. So, credit to Ipswich where it's due. They have varied up the play a little bit, and they've deviated away from just the pass, and trying to pen teams in, and then getting caught on the counter attack, which has frequently been the case. They've gone, no, we're going to play a lot more direct. We're going to send it long into the box and try and win our second balls. They did that, and they got the goal from it. So now they're just about, it is defence against attack. It's all Wolves, breaking forward into the box. Chance. Oh, just over. I think it's going to be a corner, and it is. It is a corner to Wolves. Jorgen Strand Larsen at the back stick there. He got the better of Dara O'Shea, and he headed it down, I think, onto O'Shea's head. And it just dipped. I think the keeper was he was a little bit lost, actually. That was going in the top corner, but just wide. Palace v Brighton is very even. Yeah, I'd expect it to be. It's a good shout, that, though. I think, to switch over to it. Heidenheim 0, Leverkusen 1. Are people okay? They want Billing over Vieira in my tallest 11. Is he taller, though? Oh, chance for Wolves! Oh, unlucky. The ball bounced, and it was Ait Nouri basically stood on the edge of the 6-yard box. Ball bounced in front of him, and he just swung a left leg at it, and it just kind of skewed it wide. It nearly went out for the throw-in. West Ham 1, Bournemouth 1. Who is it who scored it? It's Nicholas Füllkrug. Handsome Nicholas Füllkrug to give him his full title. Corner to West Ham, ball in. Oh, that's some header. Goodness me. Only takes the net off. It's a ball into the far post, and Füllkrug's totally unchallenged. Runs in. Bang! Get your head on that, lad. Sticks it in the back post. That's fabulous. That's a great header. No keeper's stopping that. Could have had 3 keepers in net. Brilliant goal. Oh, if they're both 6'4", Kane, then leave it as is. Leave it as is. Do you think Marlon is a good player? I think he's a bit of a system player, isn't he? I mean, his finish the other day against Brighton was excellent. And maybe he's just getting used to the Premier League. Maybe he's getting used to what Unai Emery wants from him. I did think that he was a better player when I saw him in the Eredivisie. I remember thinking when I saw him playing in Holland that he had a really big future, and then he went to Dortmund. It just didn't quite pan out for him. So, yeah, it's tough because I think he's a good player, but I don't think he's anything special. Let's say that. I can't see him getting into maybe Villa's side and staying there long term. So yeah, I've no idea. I don't think he's going to get in Villa's side anytime soon. Dog's going mad. It's not my dog, by the way. It's some neighbour's dog. It's going absolutely mad. I don't know how you can leave your dog barking outside like that. I mean, dogs bark, get it. But Jesus. When we've got our dog outside, if the dog goes outside and starts barking, it's like, you go and bring him in. Leave him outside barking all day. Kane, people expect me to be a perfectionist. Jake O'Brien isn't in the 11. Apparently he's 6'6". Oh, Christ. Oh, what? Freiburg have scored against Dortmund. And I had Dortmund to win, both teams to score. And I cashed out because of this game. I had Wolves to win, both teams to score. If Wolves win this now, I have lost thousands of pounds. I'm not even joking. If Wolves win this now, I have literally lost thousands of pounds because I had Birmingham to beat Barnsley, both teams to score. Birmingham are currently 3-1 up, and Barnsley are a man down. I had Dortmund to beat Freiburg. I had Leipzig to beat Hoffenheim, and I had Wolves to beat Ipswich. And Freiburg only scored late. And I had Wolves, both teams to score here. So, we'll see. Arthur, I always wake up to dogs barking. I don't mind. I really like dogs. I would say I'm a dog person. I quite like dogs. So I've no problem with them. No problem with them barking. But when our dogs bark, it's just polite, isn't it? You don't want to leave your dog barking outside. You never know if there's people who work night shifts and stuff like that. I mean, I think maybe I'm more sensitive to it because my dad used to work night shifts and I used to work night shifts only for a short period of time. But when I was, how old would I have been? Maybe 18, 19. I used to do night shifts. I worked in a hospital. I worked in our warehouse, only for about 3 or 4 months, and I worked in a hospital. For nearly 2 years doing night shifts, midnight till 8 in the morning. That was my shift, midnight till 8 a.m. So you never used to, whenever the dog was outside barking, you'd always kind of think, you never know who's going to be on nights, you never know who's, but a baby trying to sleep, if it's a mum, got a newborn and they've had the baby up all night being sick and they've just managed to drift off at 1, 2 in the afternoon or whatever, and you put your dog outside and it's barking, waking everyone up. I don't know, I just think that's how, if you're a good neighbour, that's what you do, isn't it? I've got Ipswich to win, both teams to score. I had Sarr to score v Brighton, sorry. Someone just said Nzonzi. Yeah, Nzonzi would have been a good shout for a tall 11. Arthur, I'm a dog person, but you take your dog inside when they're barking at 6 in the morning. Absolutely. No, there's not been another goal yet. Davide Pizzo. No, there's not been another goal yet, mate. It is still, as we stand, Ipswich 1, Wolves 0. Well, thank God I didn't back Manila Indo. Manila Indo finished 9th. Vanilla didn't finish. Finished 14th. I could have maybe got away with Ian Maximus meeting of the Waters and Manila Indo. That would have been alright to finish in the top 10. Oh, and I tell you what, I'll tell you something. All the people who were talking about Andoni Areola leaving Bournemouth and Andoni Areola, and all the players leaving Bournemouth, I am telling you, get on it. Get on it now. Because West Ham are 2-1 up against Bournemouth. West Ham have scored against Bournemouth. It's Jared Bowen. That's just coming on here. West Ham against Bournemouth. Jared Bowen. It's Nicholas Fulkrug. Plays it into Bowen. Out wide. Oh, that's a nice turn, actually. Hang on a second. Oh, Oxford United are beating Sheffield United. What is going on in the world? Oh, is that Kudus? It's a great ball at the back stick. Bowen with the header. Wow, what a header. What a header that is. That's a fabulous goal. Who was that? Oh, it's Somerville. I thought it was Kudus at the back stick. No, it is Kudus. It is Kudus. I thought it was Kudus. Kudus getting to the far post. Getting to the near post. Stands a ball up lovely to just about the penalty area, and Bowen, it's a floated cross, and Bowen just gets his head on it. It's a fabulous header. Keeper dives, full stretch to his left-hand side. Can't get anywhere near it. Wonderful goal. Wonderful play by Kudus. Wonderful play by Bowen. 2-1 West Ham. Bournemouth are falling to bits. Bournemouth are falling to bits. And do you know what? Every single result in the 3PMs that I predicted is now going the opposite way. I had Bournemouth to win at West Ham. I had Brighton to win at Palace. And I had Wolves to win at Ipswich. And I'm losing on all three. So it shows what I know. It shows what I know. You just can't predict these games. I don't think many people would have predicted a triple of Ipswich, West Ham and Palace today. That's a tough ask. Real Madrid are now 1-1 against Valencia, by the way. I know I said earlier that goal had been disallowed, but Vinicius has scored a few minutes ago, assisted by Bellingham. Vinicius has already missed a penalty in that game. We've got a free kick here for Ipswich. Opportunity for them to put the ball into the box. They've sent it long. And it's a throw-in. They're going to put this back in, I would imagine. Long throw. Oh, there's a claim for handball here. There's a claim for handball. There is a claim for handball. Ref is going to check it. It looked like a Wolves player kind of... He fell down and it looked like he put his hand out. He sent a Wolves player off. What's happened here? There's something not right here. Andre, I think it's Andre, he handballs it in the area. I'm sure he does. He's touched the ball in the area with his arm. That could well be a penalty. But beyond that, the ref doesn't give the penalty. And then it looks like, has he sent him off? Oh, it's only a yellow card. It looked like he went like that and pointed as if to say, go away, off the pitch, off you go. And all the Wolves players crowded round him, but he's not given a penalty and it's not a red card. Oh, chance for Wolves. They've just hit it straight at the keeper. Last 20 minutes now, we're getting a little bit more action going on in the game. Caleb just ate dinner. What did you have for dinner? West Ham 2-1 up now, bro. Tottenham 16th. Oh my goodness me. Bournemouth are falling apart. Yeah, I honestly, I don't know what Bournemouth are doing. Bournemouth have had a really, really rough 2 to 3 months. I mean, since maybe the end of January, actually, I would say it's probably more February and March has been really, really rough for Bournemouth. They've not had a good spell of it. People saying Onuachu's been robbed, even though the attackers I have in are same height or taller. Yeah, I would say Zigic, Crouch, and... I mean, Lassina Traore maybe not, but Zigic and Crouch they're better. Oh, it's in! It's 1-1! Oh, Sarabia. Sarabia's nicked it. Oh, I feel for Ipswich. But more honestly, I am panicking. Because if Wolves score another goal, believe me when I say I have cashed out maybe a £10,000 acca for about 80p. I'm not even kidding. I swear to God, I'm not even kidding. If Wolves win this, I will... I mean, to be honest, I'm kicking myself now because... Wolves... I've probably got a good cash out now. It's a ball to the edge of the area. It's a bit of a scrappy one, but it's a fabulous finish, actually. It's a fabulous finish. It's a really, really good finish. It's a nothing ball into the box for Wolves. I don't know who it is who knocks it out to the edge of the area, but the finish from Sarabia is top class. It's a ball to the edge of the area. Sarabia stood on the edge of the area, he chests it down, and he hits it on the volley, on the turn, and it just bounces into the bottom corner. Keeper can't get anywhere near it. It's a fabulous finish. A really, really good finish. And it's difficult to argue that Wolves probably aren't full value for it. They have had a couple of chances since Ipswich went ahead. And yeah, look, it's a big, big, big opportunity now. Big, big opportunity now. Chicken burgers with some bird's eye fries. Nice, Caleb. Kids tea, I like that one. Arthur, after that 5-0 win over Forest, Bournemouth haven't done well. No, I just need Ipswich to score one more goal, then I get a fiver. And then Sarr to score for a tenner. Nice. Well, yeah, I was going to say, I think a point, it pretty much condemns Ipswich to relegation. If Wolves get one more and Spurs can beat Southampton tomorrow, then Saints are down 2, officially. Saints officially can't come back. Whew. Big, big day. Big, big day. What a day. What was that? Has there a goal just gone in then? No. No, it's not. I thought it was another goal. I need Sheffield United to score. What is going on? At Oxford United 1, Sheffield United 0. Arteta bemoans penalty decision as Arsenal drop costly points. For me, it is never a penalty, says Mikel Arteta. I'm very unhappy with the result. It's a very tough place to come, very physical and direct, and if you don't deal with that, you never get any momentum. Honestly, the guy is a fool. I can't believe he picked that side today and then has the cheek to moan about a clear penalty decision. And that's what it is. It was a clear penalty. Absolutely clear, crystal clear penalty. Bigger day tomorrow. Well, it's a bigger day tomorrow for us Liverpool fans. And maybe a bigger day, I think you're right, in terms of the Premier League. Because there's some big games on. Obviously, United and City. Ball into the box. Whoa, Wolves nearly 2 there. Whoa, Strand Larsen with a header. He beat O'Shea to it. Crystal Palace, man sent off. Eddie Nketiah. Oh, Eddie Nketiah. was subbed on for Jean-Philippe Mateta on the 68th minute. He was booked in the 69th minute and has been red carded in the 68th. And the 78th, sorry. So, Nketiah has been on the pitch 10 minutes and had 2 bookings. Eddie Nketiah. Arsenal have done so well getting shut of him. Eddie Nketiah sent off for Crystal Palace in the derby against Palace. Sarr is still playing, yes mate, he's on the pitch. He is on the pitch. And be honest, now that Nketiah's gone off, I imagine he'll stay on the pitch. I'd be very surprised if he takes him off. It's West Ham 2, Bournemouth 2. West Ham 2, Bournemouth 2. That looks like it would have been a good game. Ball floated into the box. Hyson. Oh, what a finish. Who was that at the back stick? Evan Ilson again. Evan Ilson with his second goal of the game. He's becoming prolific, the lad. 2-2. I think it was Hyson who wins the initial header. I could be wrong. I think it was, though. It looked like it was Hyson. It was it was kind of similar to the Ipswich goal. It was very similar to the Ipswich goal. It was just pumped long to that far right post. Evan Ilson is running in at the far post. It is, yeah. Nothing wrong with that. Really good goal. Hyson with the header back across the face of goal. And Evan Ilson with the tap-in. 2-2 in that game. 2-2. Desmond. Is there another one in that game? There is a check. There is a check in the West Ham Bournemouth game. Are they going to bring it back up? I've just seen it pop up here saying VAR check. So they might bring it back up. Ooh, now that's closer. See, that I don't mind them doing VAR for that. I don't mind them doing VAR for that. I would say he looks onside just. It's very close, but it's worth a check. I can understand him stopping the game for that, because that was much closer. That one's much, much tighter. He might well be offside. Does he give it? Does he give it? He's give it. He's give it. The goal stands 2-2. Goal stands. There you go. Now Bournemouth are back on level terms against West Ham. Palace is still 2-1 up, but they're a man down against Brighton. And here, obviously, the big 6-pointer, Ipswich 1, Wolves 1. Lots to watch on Match of the Day tonight. Yeah, lots to watch. I'm gonna have to cash out anything that involves Sheffield United on it, because I'm sorry, but there is no way that I'm having Sheffield United. Sheffield United look like they're going to cost me money here. Right, so we'll cash that one out. Cash that one out, even though it's a massive amount of money. Honestly, I would have made a fortune today. If Sheffield United hadn't pulled the finger out, they could have just sorted me out today, Sheffield United. I was on for an absolute fortune. Disgusting. Thankfully, there's still quite a few other games going that could win me some pennies. If Sheffield United nick a winner, an equaliser towards the end of this, I'm raging. I'm absolutely raging. If Wolves get a winner, I've literally cost myself 10 grand. I'm rooting for Ipswich just to make me feel a bit better if Ipswich get a winner. Outrageous. Hey ho, we live to fight another day, eh? That's what betting's about. Live to fight another day. 4 goals in 3 games for Evan Nilsson in all competitions. Yeah, he's doing well, isn't he? Emma Grant, what are you watching the Ipswich game on? I'm watching it on Peacock, Emma. Okay, Wolves 1. Oh, God, yeah, why have I not put Wolves as the bloody goal? I've not put Wolves' goal on. Sorry. I got carried away when they scored. Sorry. Scouse House, you watching Ipswich? I am, yes. I am. I'm watching Ipswich. We'll have to see how Forest and Villa gets on. Oh, come on, Sar. Just 1 goal. Sheffield United have just scored. Don't say that. Scouse House, I need Ipswich. I wouldn't. I'm not confident with Ipswich, mate. In fact, I'm not confident there's going to be another goal in this game. If there is, maybe it's coming Wolves' way, if anyway. Chance. Corner. Wolves. Yeah, Ipswich aren't really doing much here. Oh, just another chance there for Wolves at the far post. It's all Wolves. It really is all Wolves. It's all Wolves. Oh, it's in! It's in! Has he scored? It's Strand Larsen! Oh, Cameron said it as well in the chat. He said Strand Larsen is to get a late winner, and he's done it. Oh, my goodness me. It's Ipswich 1, Wolves 2. Ipswich 1, Wolves 2, and I am in the mud. I am absolutely in the mud. I cashed out. I'll show you the bet. I'll put it up. I'll show you the bet. I can't believe it. It was literally worth about, I think it was 10,000 and 111. But it was about 10 grand. And I had everyone on it except for Borussia Dortmund and Freiburg, and Ipswich were beating Wolves 1-0. And in the last 2 minutes, I think it was Dortmund were 4-0 up away to Freiburg, and I just cashed it for 86p because I think Freiburg had a man sent off as well, and somehow Freiburg got a goal, and then Wolves have turned this round. And everything else was up. Everything else is up. The VAR in it. This might be offside. There's a check. The goal might be coming off. I'm just going to get the scoreboard ready. It might be scrubbed off, this one. It looks like it's tight. Oh, it looks close. It does look close. It's going to be inches in this one. It's gonna be an absolute millimetre. Either way. Let's see. The lines are going up. This is going to take about 9 minutes, this. It's going to take about 9 minutes. Come on. Make a decision either way. Leave me on 10 trucks. Birmingham 5, Barnsley 2. That was one of the ones I had as well. Birmingham to win, both teams to score. The refs are still looking at it here. They're still checking it. It's still ongoing. 2 minutes since the goal went in. There's a long, long check here. He's on. He's onside. It's given. Ipswich 1, Wolves 2. Oh, goodness gracious me. Scouse House feels sick. Aintree done me as well. Yeah, I mean, everyone's whinging about the Grand National, mate. Everyone's saying how bad it's been today. I'm lucky. I only backed one horse and I did it each way, and I got 34 quid back for me fiver. It's not great, but it did all right. Callahan, come on, you Wolves is right. Edward, Prem Dad, quick question. Go on, mate, fire away. Arthur, got Ipswich to win, both to score. No. Kieran, where did you get all those shirts, mate? Oh, just over the years. Just accumulated them over the years. Literally. Like that one, the PSG one that I showed earlier on. I don't know if you were on the stream earlier, but I showed that one. It's Ronaldinho 2002, I think PSG shirt. It might even be before that, 2001, 2002, I don't know. But it's a Ronaldinho, it's PSG shirt with a Ronaldinho on the back. And I've just accumulated them over the years. Yeah, I've got more up here. Look, Totti AS Roma shirts. Absolutely loads of them. I'm giving them away. Can't be doing with them. It's just taking up room. Callahan, how have Wolves played? I don't think you've been terrific. I'll level with you. I don't think you've been great. I think you've just scored in key moments. You've took 2 goals very, very well. I think that's what we're talking about here. This is one of them games where neither team has been brilliant, but Wolves have probably just been more clinical, and that's really all that separated the two teams. It's been a poor watch. It's been a tough watch. Ipswich's first goal was a long ball into the box. Wolves' equaliser was a good finish. It was quite a tidy finish. And the second Wolves goal, the one that's just won it for them, was quite similar to Ipswich's first, to be honest. Bit of a long punt, knocked across the face of the goal, and Strand Larsen, scrappy, gets it in, just somehow gets it over the line. Well, VAR giving a call in Wolves' favour. Wolves have had it rough with VAR over the years, haven't they? They have had it rough. But it's a big win, this, for Wolves. A very, very big win. Arthur, I've cashed out on Sarr. Don't blame you. Edward, who better all time? Ronaldinho, Neymar, or Salah? I mean, take Neymar out your mouth right there. Neymar isn't even in the same conversation as them. Ronaldinho and Salah are 2 to 3 levels above that player. But for me, it'll be Ronaldinho. Love Salah, absolutely love him to bits. Liverpool fan, but Ronaldinho is definitely the better. And I would say, yeah, I would pay to go and watch a game with Ronaldinho in. And I would pay to go and watch a game with Salah in. I wouldn't pay to watch Neymar. I didn't think Neymar was a very good player, to be honest. I think he's one of the most overrated players of all time. Scouse House, who do you support? I'm a Liverpool fan, mate. 2 reds for Palace. Who's the other red? Let's just have a quick check who the other red was. It was Mark Gahey. Mark Gahey with a red card in the 91st minute. There's 10 more minutes to go in that Brighton game. I'll level with you. There's 6 minutes left in this one, and there's 10 minutes left in the Palace-Brighton one. So it might be worth, once this is finished, we can switch over. And catch. So I think that's on Peacock 2, is it? I think it's on Peacock 2. We've got to see. Honestly, I can't see how this is anything other than catastrophic for Ipswich in the Premier League, the relegation battle. Oh, that's wonderful play by Wolves. Wonderful play, actually. That's really neat and incisive stuff around the edge of the area. That's really sharp. And that's, do you know what? That's where Ipswich are just missing a step. That is where Ipswich are just missing a step, because we're Premier League teams who've been around the block a little bit. They can quicken it up. Just half a pace, just step it up a little bit, zip those passes into feet and knock it one touch. Ipswich don't do a lot of that. They don't do a lot of that. And I think that's the pace difference between the Premier League and the Championship, to be honest. Scouse House, I would say Dino, lad, to be fair. Yeah, absolutely. Edward, you doing any more games tonight? I am, yes. I'm doing the Wolves. I'm doing the Villa v Forest game at 5:30. And then I might even do, I wasn't going to, but I might do the Porto and Benfica game. That's tonight, isn't it, as well? No, that's tomorrow. Porto Benfica is tomorrow, isn't it? Let me have a look. There's Barcelona against Real Betis tonight I could do. I could stick around for that. Yeah, Porto Benfica is tomorrow night. So I probably won't watch that one. But I could do Betis. I could do Barcelona Betis tonight. We'll see. But I'm definitely doing the Villa and Forest game. 1,000,000% I'm doing that one. Who's better all time, R9 or Suarez? People will say I'm biased, but Suarez. I lived through R9's peak as well. He was a fantastic player. Fell in love with football watching Ronaldo. Watched him every single week as well. Every single week. I used to watch. I probably watched more of Serie A in the 90s than I did the Premier League. At time, I was obsessed with Football Italia and James Richardson. Used to watch it all the time. Favourite player was Batistuta then, but Ronaldo 9 was absolutely sensational. Ball in, chance here for Wolves if they get this right. Strand Larsen again, cleared away by Ipswich. But Suarez at his peak at Barcelona, and I think for the year he was with us at the end, I've never seen a striker like him. At least I did well in the Grand National. Yeah, fair enough, good play, well done. Chennai coming to United. Who's Chennai? I don't know who Chennai is. Get in. I had Hull to win 1-0 and they scored a last minute winner. Get in. Kuram, United v City. 4:30. Yeah, I'll be there for that tomorrow. Tomorrow we're doing the lives for Fulham, Liverpool, because it's away, it's at Craven Cottage. Fulham, Liverpool, and then United against Man City. How many Man United players get in a combined 11 for tomorrow? Oh, yeah, well, you've got to ask us that, haven't you, King? Because you can't do it as a United fan. I think if you're doing a combined 11 for City and United, Bruno, that's probably it. Like, maybe if Ahmad was fit, you'd put him at right back. But there's nobody else at right wing. There's nobody else, though. Absolutely nobody else. Some people might say Delict doesn't get anywhere near Diaz, doesn't get anywhere near Stones. I don't think he's anywhere near Kanji if he's fit. I'd even say Ake is better than him. And Kusanov's been great as well since he's come in. So Delict is a competent centre-back. He's okay, but I don't think he's not as good as... He's not good enough to be in the top 4. I don't think he's that good. Cam C, how the F of Sheffield United lost. Mate, don't. Honestly, you don't know the half of it. You don't know the half of it. I have lost best part... Well, I've not lost it because I never had it. That's the best way to look at it with bets. But I cashed out a bet that would have won me nearly 10 grand, or just over 10 grand. I've cashed out for 80p today. Because Wolves have won. I'd take Onana over Ederson. Michael, you are on the wind up. There's absolutely no way you're taking Onana over Ederson. Cam City don't got a good right back. They haven't got a good right back, but have United got a good right back? Who would you put in at right back for United? Maybe Mazraoui? Yeah, maybe. At a push, Mazraoui. He's a Pool fan. He's going to hate United. Does Agate get in? No, he don't. Listen, I've spoke to a number of United fans. You and Kuram included, right? A number of United fans. I can't get a consensus of any of you that Agate's been a good signing. Or that he's done really well and performed really well. He's not changed United's midfield at all. I actually think he's been quite poor. So yeah, I would not at all. I would not have Agate in over Nico Gonzalez. I don't think Gonzalez has done great either. But assuming we're only going with players who can be fit, obviously Rodri would get in if not. I think if we're going with a midfield three, then I would maybe have Bruno Fernandes, Bernardo Silva, maybe Mainu, maybe, at a push. He's a one-man midfield. Hey, get out. Dog's just creeped upstairs. Larson will score a last-minute goal as well. I know you did, yeah, you said that. I was going to say. Well, shout. Cameron, under O'Neill, we would have been finished after Ipswich scored. Vitor has revitalised the squad. Do you know what? He's done really well, Vitor Pereira, hasn't he? Yeah, I've said that a few times now. He's been a really, really good appointment for Wolves. Really good appointment, really astute one. And yeah, deserves an awful lot of credit for turning it around for Wolves. I don't know. I mean, look, I quite liked Gary O'Neill, but I was probably one of the ones that rolled my eyes when they appointed Vitor Pereira, and I thought, oh God, this is one of them that, a bit like the Pepe Mel one at West Brom, just kind of takes them down. But no, I got it wrong. I think he's done terrific. He's been great for a number of weeks now. And yeah, it's a that's a big win. It's all finished there. Let's switch over to Peacock 2 and let's see how Palace are getting on. Two minutes to go. Shocked how bad Gundogan's been since he came back. I mean, Gundogan's... He was always a player that relied on his energy and his legs to get him about the pitch and be that kind of hustle and... But he's too old. He's still a great player. He's got it upstairs. He just hasn't got it in his legs anymore, and that's the problem. What will be the Spurs score tomorrow? I think Spurs might get a bit of a morale boosting win. I think they might do 3 or 4 against Southampton and send them down. It'll be a horrible day for Southampton. I don't think Ederson is a top 5 Prem goalkeeper. I think you're right. I wouldn't say he's a top 5, but where would you put Onana? Is Onana top 19? I don't think he is, You can name 15 better keepers than Onana in the Prem. He's certainly, bottom percentile. Agate gets in. I mean, look, for views and clickbait, I would put Agate in for you. I think if I was doing that for your United combined 11, yeah, put Agate in, because you'll get plenty of City fans and whoever jumping on. I mean, if I didn't know you, I'd jump on that one in the comments and go, Agate, put an Agate in for. So you'd have suckered me in to commenting. So yeah. Brighton have had a player sent off. How did we not know that? Brighton have had a player sent off as well. It's been an ill-tempered South Coast derby. A very ill-tempered South Coast derby. Brighton are still playing. Who was it who got sent off for Brighton? Van Hecker. They were all second yellow cards as well. So there's been loads of yellow cards in this game. Brighton, they're still going as well. They're still going. Oh, nearly at the back post there. Very big chance. I think it was Hinshelwood has just had a shot straight at the keeper. We're into the 114th minute here. It's a corner for Brighton. Jesus Christ, 114th minute. 104th, sorry, not 114th. 104th minute. There's been 14 added minutes at the end of the game. Loads. I mean, 3 red cards. 3 red cards in this. Astonishing. Absolutely astonishing. Could Brighton nick it? I think this is going to be the last real attempt here. It's going to be a corner to be whipped in. Keeper's come forward for it as well. Verbruggen's in the box with Henderson, stood on Henderson. They've sent it to the far post. Dan Burn special. It's there. It's all done. It's all done. It's game over. It's game over. Crystal Palace have done the double over Brighton. Crystal Palace have done the double. That's exceptional. Big, big wins in the derby. Rubes will not be happy at all. If Onana had a better defence, he'd be rated higher than Ederson. That's a brave call. Not sure I agree with that one. Gonzalez hasn't been good. I don't think Gonzalez has been good, but I don't think it's him. I don't think it's either or. I'd put. I think there's a few. I mean, I'm reactionary. I'd be tempted to put Nico O'Reilly in at left back, just because of how good he's been as well. Who would be the wingers? Didn't Byrne used to play for Brighton? He did, yes. He did. Who would be the wingers? I would go... I think Savinio's had a decent season for City. I don't think he's been terrific, but I would put Savinio in. And I think on the left... I think I'd still go Doku. Again, he's probably the best of a bad bunch. I don't think he's better than Garnacho. And I would say he's better than Grealish. So I would go Doku and Savinio. I'd go Doku. So in fact, in an ideal world, you would go Haaland, Marmoush on the left or Marmoush on the right, and then Savinio on the other side. That would be the front three. But obviously, with no Haaland in there, you have to go Marmoush centre forward, Savinio, and probably Doku. That would be my 3. Would Foden not get in over Doku? Well, you could put Foden in there if you were trying to shoehorn Agate into midfield. I would never play Foden wide. I would always play Foden in midfield. So for me, I think the midfield would have to have Foden and Bernardo Silva in it. That would be my 2, and then maybe Bruno Fernandes. I know that's an odd midfield 3. It's not quite as balanced as we'd like, but if you're set on putting Agate in, I can't agree with Agate going in there. I don't think Agate starts. Bernardo, Bruno, Agate. That's a brave one, Kane. That's a brave one. People will naturally ask whether you're a United fan, and that'll give the game away. But by all means, mate, put it on. I'm sure that the video will do well. The video will do well. Right, listen. I need to end the live because we've got Aston Villa and Nottingham Forest coming up in 20 minutes. So in 20 minutes, I'll be back. And yeah, thanks so much for watching the live. Thanks for everyone who's been part of it. And I'll be back in about 20 minutes or so for Villa.